Let's cut to the chase. 11 myths that most Scrum Masters, organizations, Scrum team believe about the role of the Scrum Master. Are you doing your job wrong? Let's find out together. Myth number 1, the Scrum Master is responsible of the delivery of the Scrum team. Funny enough, years ago, the Scrum Master started as a manager, telling the team what to do, making decisions for the team. Let's read a quote from Agile Software Development with Scrum, written by Ken Swaber in 2003. How does the Scrum Master keep the team working at the highest possible level of productivity? The Scrum Master does this by making decisions and removing impediments. When decisions need to be made in the daily Scrum, the Scrum Master is responsible for making the decisions immediately. 18 years later, the Scrum Guide was born, and it's very clear now that the Scrum Master is accountable for 2 things. First, establishing Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. They do this by enabling the team to improve its practices within the Scrum framework, and second, for the effectiveness of the team. They do this by helping everyone understand Scrum theory and practice both within the Scrum team and the organization. The accountability, the responsibility of delivery is on the whole Scrum team. Everyone is working together every single day in the sprint to deliver, to build the shippable increment of a product. Everyone is responsible for delivery. But if I had to pick someone, it wouldn't be the Scrum Master, it would be the product owner. If I had to pick a single person more responsible than the others, it would be the product owner. The product owner is responsible for the budget, maximizing value, product backlog management, a very complex role. Of course, it shouldn't be like that in the real world. Everyone should be responsible of both quality and delivery. Myth number 2, the Scrum Master is responsible to keep the team's board updated, constantly updated. This one is weird. Pretty weird for me. I don't quite understand it. There's the Scrum board, different columns in the Scrum board to do in progress, maybe in development, code review, testing, different columns that your Scrum team uses. We use these columns to see work progress across the board from start to done. Remember, the most important thing is getting done work, completed work, and we want to see where the work is progressing, and we can optimize flow like a Kanban. See where, in which column the work is stuck, so that we can find out why it's stuck and optimize maybe this column or a process. Showing the work, transparency, extremely important for collaboration and to get things moving. In many organizations, the Scrum Master is expected to keep this board updated. Yeah. Let's try to run a scenario together. I'm a developer. I just completed the development of a piece of code. I just completed a development. I need someone to review this code. And the review column, code review column, it's another column. I was in development and I need to move this user story, this task in another column. I can't do it. No. I need to phone the Scrum Master to ensure that they move that for me. Or in other organizations, I move it, but if I forget to move it, it's the Scrum Master's role to ensure that I don't forget to move it. How will the Scrum Master even know that I've completed my development? They won't know. I don't see why the Scrum Master should be accountable or responsible of keeping the board up to date. If the board is not up to date, it might mean that the team doesn't understand why they need to keep the board up to date. They don't see the value of transparency, of showing the work. Or second, maybe they are too busy actually doing the work. They're overcommitted on the sprint and they don't have time to actually update the board, which is not something sustainable. And we need to talk about that in the sprint retrospective. Again, with our scenario, I don't see how this thing would work. I finished development. I need someone to review my code. I need to inform this person, right? Either moving it through the board or calling this person, sending a chat to this person, please review my code, or to a group of people so that someone free can review my code. How will the Scrum Master know that this is even going on? And if the user story is not moved in the right column, the person doing the code review will see that the user story is not assigned to them. It's in the wrong column, so they will just correct this. How does the Scrum Master even fall in this scenario? Again, the team is self-managed. They can organize themselves. We are dealing with skilled, experienced, competent people. So let's treat them this way. Myth number 3. I love this one. The Scrum Master needs to be huggy, feely. A common misconception. Is that true? Well, you can be huggy, feely, having a lot of emotions and be a good Scrum Master, while you can be emotionless and be a good Scrum Master. What's important here is that you do your role right. It's not a requirement to be huggy feely to be a good Scrum Master. I know good Scrum Masters who are emotionless. That's the important part here. Doing your job right. Following the Scrum Guide, helping the team understand and implement the Scrum framework. That's the important part here. And it's all about your personality. Be yourself. If you are a huggy, feely, emotional person, be an emotional person. Emotionless person, be an emotionless person. You're continuously improving, growing, but there's no requirements that tells you that you need to be a certain way. That's the theory side of things. Remember, we are dealing with humans here, complex human beings that need to work together, collaborate, and you are here to support them, help them. And I believe you can't do that without trust. Trust is extremely important. Understanding others, empathy, extremely important. And emotion helps. Can you really trust someone who doesn't open up? Can you really trust someone who doesn't understand you, has empathy, emotions? Extremely important. Not required. You can be an excellent Scrum Master, an emotionless Scrum Master, but it helps. Having emotions, understanding people, sharing, opening up, building this trust so that you can help them. Remember, we are expected to be facilitators, coaches, teachers, mentors. All these things require trust because we are here to support people, not tell people what to do. So be yourself, yeah, but if yourself doesn't work, you don't get the results. Maybe you need a bit more emotions. Maybe a little bit more empathy. Open up a little bit more. I was going to pick a myth, number 4, and deep dive on that. But why not do a rapid fire version of it? First, Scribe. The Scrum Master is expected to take notes in all the Scrum events, the sprint planning, the sprint retrospective, the daily Scrum. You're taking notes, you're sending minutes. I see a lot of organizations, managers in organizations, expecting the Scrum Master to always be taking notes. You are in the meeting to take notes, and I expect these notes to be sent to me after the event or the meeting. There's also the Scrum Master assistant, the admin Scrum Master, supposed to be booking all the meetings, all the sessions, meeting rooms. Really? Again, we are dealing with people who are supposed to be self-managed, self-organized. If they need to set up a meeting, I'm sure they are grown up enough to set up this meeting. The Scrum Police. There's the Scrum Guide 2020, the latest version of the Scrum Guide, and we need to follow it, everything in it. I don't care about your context, what environment you work in, your job situation. I don't care. We need to follow the Scrum Guide. If we're not following the Scrum Guide, we are doing something wrong, and it shouldn't be tolerated. Come on. Scrum is supposed to be immutable. You can't expect to get the benefits of Scrum, the Scrum framework, if you don't use it as per a book. I understand that, but many organizations, they have their own context. As long as you're using 99% of a Scrum Guide, you should be okay. The JIRA admin, the JIRA admin expected to move all the tasks on the Scrum board. Even I see Scrum Masters writing user stories. Can you imagine that? A product owner has an idea, sends an email to the Scrum Master, and the Scrum Master is expected to do the user story mapping. Write the user story. Really? Maybe even do the refinement. Yeah, refining the user stories with the developers. Yeah, the Scrum Master does that. The Scrum Master role, full-time job. There's a lot of things to do in the team. And I feel that many organizations believe that there's nothing to do. The Scrum Master has nothing to do. So they start piling things up. Do this, do that, admin, Scrum Police, write user stories, take meeting notes. There's the chairman, Scrum Master, during the daily Scrum. People are expected to report to the Scrum Master, and this Scrum Master will tell them if they are doing the job right or not. I need to tell them what I did yesterday, what I'm planning to do today. I'm reporting to the Scrum Master during the daily Scrum instead of reporting or sharing my progress with the other team members. Again, the team is self-managed. Everyone is helping each other to meet the sprint goal. Everyone is working together, helping each other so that we can meet the sprint goal. There's no one person telling us what to do. There's the coffee clerk. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong going to buy coffee, bringing the coffee for your team members. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're expected to do that every single day, one of your main roles as a Scrum Master is to bring coffee for the team. Why do you even have a Scrum Master? And the last one, the hero, coming to save the team. Don't worry, we have a Scrum Master. Everything will be fixed. Everything will be fixed as soon as we implement Scrum, Agile. Then we need a Scrum Master to do that. And the Scrum Master will save us. Again, the Scrum Master will not save you. Help you save yourself, yeah, but will not save you. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips insights on Agile Scrum, personal growth. Click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.